Did you know science has proven that negative thoughts are bad for our physical and mental health? So one woman is out to prove that the power of positivity can truly change your life.
Just by changing our attitude, you can change the chemistry of your brain. I'm Nataly Kogan, and this is my story.
Nataly was born into a Jewish family in the Soviet Union during a time of great oppression for her people.
At the time, it was government-sponsored anti-Semitism, where being Jewish was literally the inferior race. My dad always telling me, as a Jew, you got to be 10 times better than anyone else just to be the same.
In search of a better life, her family fled the country in the late 1980s, leaving everyone and everything behind.
We were allowed 2 suitcases per person and $200 per person. That was it. So we were nomads.
They made their way to Italy, but living in refugee camps took its toll.
There was a school they set up, and I remember my mom saying, do not come home before 6 o'clock because I have no other food to give you. You know, I still, to this day, hunger causes a panic in me.
Through it all, the Kogans never lost hope and were eventually granted visas to enter the United States to make their American dream a reality.
My parents' bed was right under a window, and I slept on this little cot kind of at the foot of their bed. And I opened my eyes, and the first thing, like this ray of light, I saw my parents smiling. I hadn't seen my parents smile in months. And they were smiling, and then I think it was my mom who said, we got it.
I can't imagine the things that you've been through in your life and how that affects your psyche and growing up.
I went through a very, very dark time. I mean, in every way you can imagine. When we made it to the US, I was a teenager living in the projects on food stamps and welfare,
not
speaking English, and whatever I was speaking was caused uproars of laughter, you know.
Did you have friends or anybody you could confide in?
No. Eventually, the way that I learned to cope was I realized I was good at one thing. I was brilliant at achieving.
Nataly graduated with high honors from Wesleyan University, became a managing director of a venture capital firm at 24, and even ran a publishing company, but was constantly searching for something more.
I just kept collecting these huge achievements, one after another, because I thought on the other side of that was the big happy.
And it wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
The pressure to find happiness put a strain on her marriage and left her feeling empty.
I got to the place where I could no longer just keep running away from myself, and that was hard. It's very, very hard to listen to your own feelings. And I think, to be honest, I think largely I started to realize that for my daughter, I had to figure out a different way.
Nataly turned to science and learned that daily gratitude exercises can make us more alert, optimistic, energetic, and less stressed.
They've done functional MRI studies where they look at brains of people who every day write down a couple things they appreciate. They do this for 21 days. They're observing chemical changes in the brain, increase in dopamine and serotonin. These are 2 chemicals that we know make us happier. So gratitude is a natural medicine with no side effects.
Now Nataly runs a successful company called Happier, a platform where users share positive moments, no matter how big or small.
We have our suffering in common. We have our struggles in common. And I was missing that part. Like, so much of the reason I was hiding all of my struggles is I thought I had to appear to be this happy, confident person. I didn't realize that our struggles is what connects us. When I started to be more real, the outpouring of not just support and care and acceptance that I got from people close to me, from my husband, my daughter, my friends, it's a gift I can't even describe.
And she's teaching people to find their joy through kindness and gratitude.
As I was learning all these techniques and practices, which modern research has now proven, I wanted to share them. Stop saying, I'll be happy when, and start saying, I am happier now because. And that's the whole idea of, in any moment of your life, there's something you can find to be grateful for.
Nataly hopes that sharing her story will inspire others to live their best lives. And she's even written a book filled with guidance on how to face negative emotions and embrace self-care, a practice that can lead to genuine happiness.
I think the entire purpose of my going through the experience that I did and all the challenges and all the suffering was so that I could share this journey because other people can learn from it.
If this modern hero inspires you, please share and don't forget to like and follow us.